Welcome to Search for Signs. My name is Gary Willing. If this information interests you, please press the like and subscribe button and press the bell for notifications. If you've been following the story of Maitreya for any length of time, no matter how long you've been following it, and you get to the point where you start hearing about all the changes and transformations that will happen in the not so distant future, right? Like peace on earth, ending of war, of course, harmony between nations, the ending of hunger, freedom and justice, and all the needs being met for everyone, no matter who they are, no matter where they live in the world, no matter what their station is in life or whatever. That all their all their needs will be met. It might seem like a fantasy, like it's too good to be true, or it's too utopian, or whatever view, or however you describe it for yourself, right? Now, when you also hear about the technological changes that these masters are saying are going to happen, it might be a little easier to understand because we've already seen great advances in our technology over the last few hundred years, right? So it would stand to reason that over the next few hundred years it'd get even more advanced, right? But it's harder for us to get the concept or the reality that there will be great transformations in the hearts and minds of all of humanity. Right? It might sound, like I said, it might sound a little too, a little too crazy. Now, I would subscribe to that belief that it's never going to happen if I believed what most people believe about what makes up a person. If most people believe that what makes up a person is nothing more than electrical reactions going on in the brain. And when they die, those electrical reactions stop, right? And then that's it. Their life force is snuffed out, right? If you're religious, you've heard about the soul, but a lot of times I think people believe that you get the soul when you go to heaven, so to speak, right? And that's not true either. And it was touched on in the Bible with the Garden of Eden, because the Garden of Eden is not was not a garden that existed in Africa or Middle East or wherever you think it existed. It was referring to the plane of existence of which the soul lives. So the Garden of Eden, everything being perfect, nothing but harmony and everyone getting along and stuff like this, that's how our souls live, moment to moment. That's who we are, at the center of who we are, because the masters are going to tell you that what makes you up is the soul. You are the soul. You're not even the body. What we identify with is not who we are. Most of us identify with the personality, right? Whatever that makes up the personality, the emotions, the mind, the memories, the physical body, of course. That's what we all think that we are. But the masters know the reality of the situation. We are souls in incarnation. And so the soul knows nothing but unity and oneness, nothing but love. It desires nothing for itself. It lives moment to moment in the quote-unquote Garden of Eden. And so, as Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So it's who you are as a person. It's as close to you as your hand, really. And so we think the soul we get when we die and go to heaven, or if you don't believe in the afterlife, well, then that's it, right? Well, those two are just, belief constructs are illusions. You're a soul moment to moment. It's just, we don't know it yet. We don't identify with it yet. Now, compile that information with the fact that we're about to see perfect examples of it in our society, in TV, with these masters, these few dozen masters that will be coming out openly in the world, including Maitreya in the next not so distant future. We will see what a soul is moment to moment. Now, we're already seeing it in Maitreya. If you've seen Maitreya on TV, that's what a soul is, moment to moment, is Maitreya. But he is going to be reminding us through not only his example, but in the way that he's speaking to us, that we are souls in incarnation. So if who we are at the core of our center is unity, oneness, love, brotherhood, peace, that kind of stuff, well, it would stand to reason that once we start to realize that that's who we are, our civilization is going to change to reflect that. Because right now our civilization is reflecting the fact that we don't believe that. You see what I'm saying? So it's a natural function of who we are. It's really, we don't have to be something other than we're not. We should stop being what we're not, which is separate. We should start being more what we really are at the center of who we are, which is oneness and unity, if that makes any kind of sense. But so that's why I subscribe to what the masters are saying, is that these transformations will happen. And I also believe what the masters are saying, and Maitreya is saying, is that they are the guarantee that we will start to manifest our soul perfectly just like they did, because they overcame all the inadequacies that you and I and everyone in the world are dealing with on our own personal life, right? They've already overcome everything. They've overcome fear. They've overcome greed. They've conquered the illusion of separateness. They've conquered every failure that we've all experienced in our life and lives and so forth. And they've realized and identified moment to moment with the soul. So that's why they're the guarantee that we will get it too. But we'll also have in the near future, after Maitreya introduces the Space Brothers, but we'll have examples of civilizations on planets close to us, like Venus and like Mars, that are already doing what we will be doing in the very near future, living together cooperatively, have the beautiful clean cities, have a technology that can transport themselves from one point of the planet to the other, or from planet to planet with clean, efficient energy and stuff like this. And so we'll have examples of that too. And humanity needs a model, needs an example to kind of awaken within them their aspirations. And it brings it home. It makes it more real for them. And when it does that, we can actually make the changes quite quickly. And that's why I think these changes are going to happen very rapidly once Maitreya starts talking more and more directly and more open to humanity as a whole. But, and as always, take action. Help SOP save our planet. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to talking to you again in future videos. Have a great day.